Welcome to our November book journaling night. I'm just going to try and pull up the stream on my laptop here. My laptop is being so slow, so I apologize. I'm a little bit late. My laptop's being so slow, and I'm trying to get onto the stream. Okay, let's try a different way here. Okay, how's everybody doing? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Let me know if you can hear me. Oh dear. Sorry, it's making me do all this like verifying thing, and I am using my phone to stream, so it's not gonna work very well. Let me just see here. Okay, so today we are doing our November book journaling night, and we read Mate was actually our book, but I also had Bride as an option because it's the second book in the series. And so, yeah. So I read Bride. My table is very shaky. I apologize. I read Bride, and I am almost halfway, or I'm basically halfway through Mate. I apologize. I did not finish it. So you guys are going to have to let me know how it is. Why is this not signing in for me? Let me try again. Oh, here we go. So yeah, you'll have to let me know if you read the book, if you liked the book, what did you guys think? I read Bride, like I said, and I loved it. Gave it 5 stars, thought it was fantastic. The second book, I am not personally loving as much, and I think it's just because I don't connect to the relationship as well. Like, I feel like the relationship in the first book was just so much better, where I'm not really connecting to the relationship in the first one. Let me see if I can see chat here. I cannot, so I apologize if you guys are chatting with me and letting me know things. I'm trying to pull it up here. But I'm going to use our November book journaling stuff. So I have reading stats, reading favorites, our large deco, book review kit, journaling kit, and washi strips. Okay, I did see your comment. Thank you so much. I think I agree. I loved the characters in the first one. I loved their relationship of I loved the fact that he was a really, really nice guy. I think that I'm not liking Mate because I'm not really loving the main character guy. I think that he's kind of rude and kind of mean. And I get like the whole like broody guy type thing is just not my vibe. I feel like he is a jerk and I just don't see the relationship and I don't see the ties. I think you're just supposed to find like the instant connection of the mate, but I just don't get it at all. So it's not my favorite thing. Okay, I got it to work. Yay, hallelujah. Yay, welcome here, Alex. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I have all of the November book journaling stuff, and then I have my bride kit and my mate kit. So I usually do like a whole big thing for, I'll show you like what I usually do. I usually do like a September read section. Then I do like my stats. I put in my books and my book club kits. But October, I didn't read anything. So I'm going to save a space to put a little recap of the fact that I didn't read any books in here. And we're going to move right into this page and set up November. So I'm going to start with my stats page and kind of just go from there. So you guys will have to let me know, what did you rate the book for November? What did you rate Mate? And if you read Bride at the same time, what did you rate that? I rated Bride a 5. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Like I said, I'm only halfway through Mate, and I didn't like it as much. I think I like to make more, or maybe I just got into the story. Okay, so that is true. I feel like I jumped into this one quicker, where I had a struggle to get past the first like 2 chapters of Bride because I was like, I don't know, just not really feeling it. And so it took me a very long time to like even read. And I think now that I'm in the story, it did, like I instantly started Mate. So it didn't take me long to jump in. I apologize for the shakiness. My table is not as sturdy as I thought it was. But you like grumpy male characters. That's fair. For me, I think I like it when they show redeeming qualities with it. Like I feel like if you you kind of have that rough exterior, but then you kind of like show some like positive traits, I'm all for it. But I felt like so far that I've read, I'm not seeing any of it. So maybe I just have to keep reading. Okay, Alex is giving Bride 5, Mate 4, 4.5 so far. Okay. And you gave them both 4. Nice. Okay, perfect. So I definitely need to keep reading because obviously it's going to get better. And I had a feeling it would. Okay, top 3, I'm going to put up here. I feel a little scatterbrained today, so I apologize. So let's chat about Bride. I found that I loved the whole dynamics of the werewolves, the vampires, and the humans. I thought that whole like feud and that war was like so interesting. I thought I was very shocked by the end of the fact that I thought her brother was going to turn on her and he didn't. And I was very, very, very happy because as soon as like they went with their dad, I was like, oh my word, he's totally turned against them. And I was very upset. But no, he is going to do the right thing and he's going to step up. And I kind of liked that like Misery didn't like take on the fact that she was gonna be like in charge. Like I thought originally she was gonna try and take it over, but I kind of am happy that she didn't. I kind of liked that she stuck with the werewolves and kind of like sided with them more. I felt like that was more of where she belonged anyways, because the fact that they were just kind of horrible to her anyways, I didn't really want her to go and be like on the vampire council because like they didn't treat her right, so why would she need to do stuff for them, kind of thing. Where I felt like it was more of a role for her brother to play, who was more involved all the time with the vampires and kind of had a little bit more of a read on everybody. So that was my personal opinion on that one. You also believed he was going to turn Alex. Me too. And I honestly I was not surprised that they found Serena. That's her name, right? I'm really bad with names, so I apologize. I was not surprised that they found her. I thought that was going to be the whole conclusion, but I was surprised that she was a hybrid. That kind of surprised me, threw me for a loop. So that was really, really fun. I really liked that. And then I really liked how she was going to be the next story. I kind of thought, because I knew I hadn't read the first one before I knew there was a second one, I kind of thought maybe it would be all about Anna. But I really liked where they went with it. They went with Serena, which I really, really like. Yeah, okay, so we're setting up my stats page here, and I usually try and keep it pretty much the same. I just kind of put in the ones that usually pertain to me out of these 2 sheets, and then I just use just those ones. And then I just fill it with deco and journaling stuff and just kind of layer things. So what was your guys' favorite part of Bride. We'll start with Bride, and then we'll go on to Mate. What was your favorite part of the book? What was something that you didn't necessarily like from the book? Let's do, that's too similar. Let's do this. You like the removable paper? Like my sticker paper? Yeah, it goes on like every paper is like super easy to pick up and move. It's awesome. Okay, here we go. Okay, so what else did I like about Bride? I loved the start. Like, I loved the wedding. I thought that was very, very interesting. I thought it set the book up really good. I was really, really interested as soon as I read like the epilogue, or the beginning part of the book. The wedding was really interesting to me. And then it kind of like fell off because it kind of got like very mundane. I don't know. I thought that was my only critique. So I really enjoyed her trying to be so grumpy, and turns out she's lovely and secretly so happy. Yeah. Aw, thanks. I'm so glad you like my paper. Yes. Okay. So I agree with Misery. She was like one of those grumpy characters. See, I think that's what I don't like about Mate, is that I enjoyed her grumpiness because she had redeeming qualities. Like, you could see how much she loved Anna. You could see how much she cared for Lo. You could see all of that in her. And so I feel like it was so redeeming. Like, you kind of just like loved her and loved her sarcastic nature and everything like that. And I feel the same way about Serena. I feel like she tries to be very tough exterior, and I think that comes hand in hand with like her history of being in foster care and having to kind of survive on her own and being the collateral's, like, I don't know, friend, I guess, being that person for her. Kind of just like, she had it rough, like it wasn't really fair and wasn't really a good time. But I think that she uses her sarcasm in that way for sure. But I just didn't like that. What is the name of the male character in Mate? I can't pronounce his name. Let me look it up. Okay, well, anyways. Cohen? Oh, okay, thank you. So I feel like he doesn't ever have anything redeeming. Like, every time you think that he's going to say something nice, he just kind of says something super mean. And it's like, he's not nice to really anybody. We saw a little bit of that in the first book, so I kind of thought, oh, well, he's definitely going to be a really nice character. He's going to be kind of like Misery, where he's going to have a tough exterior, but he's going to kind of break out of his shell a little bit more. I'm probably only going to read 4 books this month, but I haven't really seen that yet. So again, I'm only halfway through, so maybe that is to come. I did not like how the loose end was Roscoe's mate. The end was not tied up. Yeah, I agree with that, Alex. I think that's very, very fair. I also think I was really shocked about the whole fact that Misery's dad knew everything all along. Like, he's been planning this the whole time. I was like, oh, that seems like that's kind of out there, but that's okay. Okay, so moving on to Mate. The thing that I'm really liking about this one so far is I like the talk of the scenery. Like, it's very mountain-esque and very outdoorsy, and I really, really like that aspect. I like the whole like past and the present in this book. I feel like they did a really good job of talking about before she went to the cabin, after she went to the cabin, present day. Like everything has like a different timelines and they're kind of all interconnected. It's not just 100% in the present. So I kind of like that. Okay, there is a lot of sus behavior with the human governor in Mate. Honestly, the human governor is something. And okay, am I right that I remember this correctly? At the end of the first one, that the male governor that was there, he is no longer, like it's a new one now in Mate. Is that correct? Am I remembering that correctly? Because honestly, it's not painting us humans in a very good light because like everything, we're just like easily persuaded. We're just easily turned. I don't know. Doesn't paint humans in a very good light. And they always seem to be like the problem. She got voted in and he died in prison. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I thought it was at the end of the first one, but they're kind of all jumbling because I kind of like read it all together as one. So you are probably right, Alex. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm putting in the books that I read for November. I'm going to decorate this page just a little bit more. And then I like to put in these journaling pages for each book that I read. So the first book that I read this month was Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. The second book is The Zodiac Academy, and it was the third book in the series, I believe. And this one is The Reckoning. And then I'm going to do Bride and Mate here, and then if I end up finishing any of those other books, then I will add them afterwards. So I'm going to use my book journaling kits for those. So this is the one for Bride. It's 2 pages. I can't remember when in the book exactly, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but I think his behavior makes more sense later and he's more likable. Okay, that is kind of what I figured, and I honestly was really hoping that his behavior would change, you know, because I'm not liking it. There are things that I am learning. So I am on chapter 18 now, and there are things that I just learned in terms of his behavior for one part of it. I don't want to spoil it because I know Alex hasn't finished it. But there is one part of his behavior that I kind of like understand, but I still don't get how he is like keeping all these secrets, yet he's telling her she can't, yet she still is keeping secrets. Like, I feel like they're both telling each other they can't keep secrets, but yet are both doing the same thing. So that's something. I hope I like him in the future because currently right now, not my favorite. Where do I get those cute pictures? Okay, so good question. So this is a template that I have on my website. It's a free template that you can use. It is a Silhouette file, which is Silhouette is the program I use for my machines. It is a free program to download. So all you have to do is download the program, download the template. Then I just go online and look up the covers for books, and then you just drag and drop them. I have a video on Instagram and Facebook of how to do it, and then you just print them out, and you can cut them out by hand if you don't have a cutting machine, or I have the cut files to cut them out on my machine myself, but you could easily cut these out by hand. And then I put them on sticker paper. Again, you could put them on regular paper and glue them, but it's a wonderful way to like add them into these books. I also thought of like a really fun idea for, I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and yeah, it's really awesome. It's really, really good. I was thinking, we have that playlist audiobook thing. What if this picture here was that audiobook. Like, what if the book club kits or even these came as an audiobook form? Would that be something that you guys would be interested in? Because then you can kind of differentiate between books that you physically read and ones that you listened to. I think that could be really fun. Yeah, they're totally both bad with secrets. I 100% agree with that. Okay. I think the quotes in Bride were really good. And I do have to say, I love the like little quotes on the top of the chapters. Like, they don't necessarily have to do with that chapter. And often they aren't even in the main character's voice. But I think they are just so good. Like, I really, really like those. And I'm not a big like quote person myself. Really, really like those. Okay, let's see if that's too thin. Maybe I'll do like a washi strip or something. Okay, what if we did this here? Okay, and then maybe we'll do this cat. I know the cat in the book was not black, but how cute is that? Just thinking that's like, was it sprinkles? Fun. Okay, you don't listen to a lot of audiobooks, but you think it's a good idea. That's awesome. Yeah, I think it's fun because like when I originally, before we came out with our new layout, I would put, like for example, I would put those there if they were audiobooks, and then I'd put physical books if they were physical, and it would just give me like a way to distinguish what is what. Because I do listen to a lot of audiobooks, especially because when I'm working, I'm listening to audiobooks. Let's do that one. This one is like my all-time favorite one. You smell like your mind, Misery. Love that one. We'll do this here. Are you guys journaling at the same time as me? Or what are you doing? Just chilling? Hey, welcome, welcome. So, Kate, I need to ask, what did you rate the books if you read them? We are talking about Bride and Mate. I finished Bride and I gave it 5 stars, and I am halfway through Mate, and so far it's good, but I just like the first one better so far. Yay, you're using the book kit. I love it. Yay, yay, yay. I love that. If you guys are up to it, let me, you guys should post them on our Facebook page because I love seeing all the different books. Oh, I forgot this. I need to add this somewhere. Maybe I'll do it here. Okay, so next month we are going to be reading Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake, and it is just a nice romantic Christmas story. I'm very excited for that one. I could use some like very light and fluffy type of book, and I think that's exactly what that book's going to be. And then we might have to change the date of it because usually I do book clubs on the last Wednesday of each month, but that last Wednesday is going to be New Year's Eve, so we might have to move it so that we're not gathering on New Year's Eve, because you guys probably aren't going to want to do that. Let's move this here. You know what? Maybe I want to take a marker. Let me get get a marker and maybe I'll outline it. I think that could look really cute. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to cozy holiday reads. I honestly loaded up my Libby holds with a whole bunch of audiobooks that were just like holiday reads and just some light, fluffy romance books, which are totally not my style of read. I'm usually more of a fantasy person, but I just feel like the holiday season's already so busy. I would just like read some fluffy books and just enjoy the holiday season. Sorry, I feel like this is really moving my camera, so I apologize. Oh, this looks terrible. Yeah, I hate this so much. Okay, let me see if I can save it. Okay, so the next book, I don't know if I'm reading this too late. Next book is Make the Season Bright. It's by Ashley Herring Blake. And so yeah, it would be December 30th. Is that the Wednesday? Is December 30th a Wednesday? Or is December 30th the Tuesday? Because usually we meet on Wednesdays. If it's the 30th, it might not be the worst. What do you guys think? I like to do it at the end because it gives people then a whole month to read the book. I found that if I moved it like a week earlier, then people were like, I didn't finish. Which is fair. Like, I didn't even finish this book. Have you seen the Advent Calendar books where the... No, I have not seen those books, Kate. Where do you get those? That's so cool. And like, what kind of books are they? So it's an Advent calendar that you open up a new chapter every day, and then like by the end of Christmas, you'll have read the whole story? That's so fun. Alex, you're so funny. I'll read anything but a Hallmark book. I love that. That's so funny. Okay, December 30th is the Tuesday. Okay, are you guys okay doing a Tuesday, or do you guys want to stick to Wednesdays? What is your preference? For me, it does not matter. I can do a Tuesday. Okay, did I salvage it? Do we hate this? I don't know. I probably wrecked that, but that's okay. Okay, I really want to add this in here again. I know we originally were going to chat about the October book because we didn't have a book journal night in October because of my surgery date, which the book was The Mystery Royale. And I'm going to be completely honest, I have not read it. I had the book and I just could not focus. I was not reading anything. Like, I literally couldn't even think. And then my hold lapsed, and now I'm like waiting and waiting and waiting. And I just could not get it in time. So I was just called it a loss. And I honestly almost contemplated just getting a free, like a 1 month trial of Audible just to be able to read the book. And I was like, you know what, I'll just come clean and be honest that I did not finish this book. But I'm curious to know what you guys thought of the book. If you read it, let me know what you guys think. Oh, I am so far behind. Okay. Indigo. Okay, that's good to know. You love a Tuesday. Perfect. Christmas Eve love story is one, and A Heart for Christmas is the other. Okay, really cute. You would prefer the 30th. Perfect. Let's do the Tuesday then. We'll put it on the book club app. If you guys aren't on there already, you're welcome to join. It's usually have a link in my Instagram, but yeah, I'll put it in that as soon as we are done here, that we are going to get together on the 30th, and yeah, we'll call it a day. I feel like I'm just laying down things here and not really thinking about them. Let's see. You haven't finished Mystery Royale either. Fair. I read a few pages in it, Again, I said I couldn't focus, and I don't know. It was somewhat intriguing, but it wasn't catching me 100%. So, but you know, the first like couple pages of a book or a couple chapters of a book even are just like not gripping. Sometimes I just like struggle with that. I liked this more. I think we're missing quotes, and maybe I should write my own in. I think that's what I'm going to do because I feel like I need space. So I think I'm going to write my own in. I'm going to leave that for when I finish the book, and I'm going to pick some of my favorites. I think that's a good idea. I read Kiss of the Basilisk. I have thoughts and some regrets. What is that? What is that book? Is that one of those Advent books? I think that's so funny. It's like 12 out of 5 spicy. Okay, well, that's my kind of book, for sure. You'll have to text that book to me, Alex, because I might have to add that to my list. Sometimes I like the books that no one else likes, you know? Okay, so what do we got here? I could put The Bride in here. And Mate. The first Christmas book that I have on my list is The Christmas Bookshop. Has anybody heard of that one? It's a popular book. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up. I have never heard of it. Yes, I'm listening to The Christmas Bookshop. So that should be cute and fun. Let's work on this page a little bit more here. I didn't print ransom letters this time, and I'm not sure why, because I really like them. Okay, let's add some deco on the sides here. Some leaves up here. Okay, so the first one is good, but you shouldn't read the sequel, is what you're saying. It's not good enough. Okay, good to know. Honestly, I really, really love the Dark Olympia series, and there are a few where the storyline has like enough storyline to make it good, but there are a few books that do not, and sometimes those are just like, whatever. Not, I need some storyline. You gotta have something. Let's put that guy there. Okay, and then for my November reads, I'm gonna put in that I read Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. I'm gonna put in The Reckoning. And I'm gonna put in Bride. And I'm not gonna put Mate in yet in case I don't finish. I'm really hoping I finish Mate. And like if I can finish another book, that would be amazing. And then I would just carry on at the end of here. But I don't know. I don't know if I will or not, you guys. I already finished my deco. Okay. Let's add some more here. The Bloodwing Academy books. I have not. You're adding so many books to my list. What books are these? What? Okay, so question for you guys. The book club books for the advent calendar. Are you okay if we do one night for both books? Like if we do our January book and then the book that came in envelope 1 of the book club advent calendar. No spoilers if you've already opened it. Please don't share which book it is yet. I'll be releasing those on December 13th starting. But if you got both books, we'll be talking about both those books at one time at book journaling night. Are you guys okay with that? I feel like I'm not prepared at all for today's book, and I apologize. I feel like I'm a little bit scatterbrained, so if you guys have opinions, thoughts, loves, I want to hear it all. Let's see. I don't know why I don't like this. I feel like I need more deco. I think I'm going to print another deco sheet and then put more deco in here. It's looking a little bit bare, and I'm going to color these books now. And we're going to do like this green and maybe this brown. Let's do that. You're okay with it? Perfect. Sounds good to you? Fabulous. Perfect. So the first is On Wings of Blood. Excellent. Like Harry Potter and Fourth Wing combined. 2.5 spicy. Absolutely outstanding. Lovely. Okay. Like, this is totally up my alley because I obviously love Harry Potter, and I loved Fourth Wing, so that's great to know. I will totally check those out. I feel like that's why I've been really loving the Zodiac Academy. It feels very like grown-up Harry Potter in a sense, but with females. So I really like these books a lot. It has some spice in there too. It is good. I have been really loving it. I honestly have to listen to them as audiobooks because they are way too long. Like, some of the books are like 1,000 pages, and I'm sorry, I'm the world's slowest reader, and I would not be able to do that myself. I am so slow. It takes me forever to read a book. And I think that's why I've always listened to audiobooks, but this is the first year that I have started getting into physical books, and because I got an e-reader last year for Christmas, and I feel like I did a very good job this year of like actually reading physical books, where in previous years all I've ever done is listen to audiobooks. So I am proud of myself for that. But I do find, okay, so I got Mate as like an actual book because the holds on Libby were just ridiculously long and I couldn't wait anymore, so I bought the book on Amazon. And like, because I'm not a very good reader, I often like am looking up words to like for definitions. I was just so sad that I couldn't like click on the word to like tell me what it says or what it means. I was like, oh man, I feel like I need to go get a dictionary when I read books now. Yeah, I need to add it to my TBR too. It sounds great. Okay, honestly, Alex, this is a struggle I have so much. I struggle with finding time for my hobbies because I have so many of them. So often I like struggle because I can't pick between them. Like, some days I just want to sit and plan. Some days I want to puzzle. Some days I want to color. Some days I want to journal. I want to play video games. Sometimes I just want to watch a show. Like, I have so many hobbies that I struggle sometimes with what to do, and then sometimes I don't do any because I'm so stuck and I don't know what to do. That is a huge problem for me. And honestly, just finding time to make for them. I have older kids than you now, so it does help a lot. Once my kids got older, I did find that there was a lot more time because they're often like out with friends and stuff like that in the evenings, or they're at different events in the evenings. And so I do have the time to take for myself. But I do find that it was really hard when my kids were little. You find it easier to listen to nonfiction so that you don't have to stop too much with the story. I get that for sure. Yeah, honestly, audiobooks, I listen to audiobooks while I do a lot of things, especially like working, cleaning, um, planning. I'll often listen to audiobooks. It allows me to listen to or read the books that I want to read while still doing other hobbies. So that's really, really nice. I also, like, someone told me when I asked, like, how do you work out every day? They were like, well, you make the time for the things that are important to you. So if reading is important, then like maybe you set aside time in the evening. But I know, again, that's always difficult and hard for everybody to do because life gets in the way all the time, for sure. Oh, okay, honestly, I love the idea of a hobby schedule. Like, you're gonna have to let me know how that goes for you and how you do it because I think that's so, so smart. Honestly, I'm so behind in planning too, Alex, and I struggle hard with wanting to always be current. And I think one of the biggest reasons I always want to be current is because I do own my own sticker shop and I want to like showcase the stuff being used. Um, but I also like want it to be an enjoyable experience and not just something that I have to do and something that I have to like put together. So I do find that's a hard balance often. In my own personal, and was trying really hard this year to catch up, and I feel like I did better at staying up to date with this planner than I usually do in other years. Like, I am currently in September, so for me that's like really, really good because often September is when I stop, like, or at the farthest I can catch up in my planner by the end of the year, or even in like February of the next year. So this year I feel like I did pretty good in terms of that way, but I didn't make any headway on any other planners yet that I still want to complete. And I do want to complete them because I consider this more like scrapbooking and like memory keeping as opposed to planning the way I plan, where like my day-to-day to-do planner, like I'm not going to catch up on that. That's not something I'm going to catch up on, but like my memory keeper for sure. I hate feeling so behind too, and I always feel like I'm always playing catch up and my goal is always to catch up. So yeah, I 100% agree with that. What I have started doing is I've never been a morning person, but lately I've actually been getting up early, like a whole hour earlier, just naturally. And so I've been using that time to come into my planning room and work on a planner spread every morning. So my hope is that I'll be able to catch up that way a little bit better. June is not that bad. I think that's pretty good. I think you're doing good. Wait, I'm not going to color that one in case I don't read anything. Okay. What do we think? Yes, I'll come along for the ride for your plan, miss, so that you're all caught up. For sure, for sure, for sure. Okay. I switched to a blank notebook this year so I don't feel obligated to go back to previous recent plan. Yeah, I 100% do that with my like to-do planner, like my actual planning planner. Like if I don't complete something, I just turn the page and I just keep going. But like for my memory keeper, that's something that I like to keep very current. But I do like the freedom of just like saying it's okay that I didn't finish something. It's very, very, very hard for me, but I am trying to work on it. So how did we do here? Let's maybe I can set up my October one. I have a little bit of time here and I am almost done. So maybe we will set up October. I didn't read anything in October. I spent a lot of time starting books, but never actually finishing them. I think I started like 5 or 6 books, got like partway through, and then my holds on Libby lapsed and I had to return them, and then I just like started a new book, and then I went through the same process. And the problem I think that was really bothering or really wrecking it was the fact that I would be so behind on reading. So instead of returning books that were really close to their due date and just picking some of the ones that had a little bit more time, I was picking ones that were the soonest due, and I would try and finish them, but I wouldn't, and then I would just get in that cycle. So I'm trying to like tell myself you can just like put the book down and pick a new one. Or sorry, pick the one that's like got a long hold so you'll actually finish something and you don't have all these books sitting there waiting for you. Okay. See ya, Alex. Thanks for joining us. I hope that your kid feels better. I'm sorry that they're sick. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of put a couple things in here because I didn't read any books, but I kind of want to just use up a page and just mark that I did acknowledge that October existed. I don't know. Ooh, let me go move this up here. Oh, I love that Bride got you back on track. That's amazing. Honestly, I feel the same. I feel like Bride really got me back into physically reading, where I was only doing audiobooks for a very long time. I feel like the Zodiac Academy also got me into it because the second those are available for me, I instantly reading them. So that's awesome that it got you back. I know like reading slumps are really hard because you want to read, but you also don't at the same time. So I'm so glad that it got you back. That's awesome. Let's see here. Did I get Deco? Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like I started a ton of books. So I do have a lot of books that are like partly done. Like I listened to the Enchanted Greenhouse, which is the second book in the Spell Shop series. Love it, love it, love it. I think I'm like 75% done it already even. But then I had the whole just lapsed and I had to give it up. And I started, what other book? Oh, The Undertaking of Heart and Misery. And so I have that one next to read after Mate. And that one is, I don't know, it's like a struggle for me. I really want to love that book so much, but I'm not loving it as much. And I thought I really would, and I was so excited about it. And I think that's what often puts me in a slump is the books that I'm so excited for are a letdown, and then I don't even bother. Oh, thank you. So glad you like it. Maybe I'll write in here something about how I didn't read any books. We'll do that. I can write a little something about October books. Okay, so what books? Oh my goodness, my computer is just pulling up things here. What books did you guys read for November other than Bride and Mate? Did you guys read anything else? Anything good and exciting? I read Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone, like I mentioned, and I thought it was good. It started off so good. It is a mystery book about how everybody in his family has killed somebody, but not necessarily in the way that you would think. And it's a mystery about a murder. And I thought the beginning, it sounded so good. I loved the banter. The The author basically is writing this as his perspective of the story, and he's very jokey, like, he tells a lot of jokes, and he'll be like, "I would maybe remember this," or, "An author normally would put this in the book and you should pay attention to this." And I loved that whole banter, but then at the end, I felt like the whole big reveal, I was like, "How did you get there?" Like, I don't even understand how you concluded that with the information that we were given. I felt like it was very, like, convenient on a lot of the things that ended the story, so I didn't really love that. Like, I kinda wish there was more reason of why things, like, how, or more evidence of how things were the way they were, but it just kind of just flopped for me, and I didn't really like that. So that was disappointing for me. I think I need some kind of washi back here. Maybe I'll do this one. You read Hidden Pictures. Okay, I've heard that book is really good. What did you think about it? That is personally not my type of genre. I can't do any kind of thriller or horror type books. They just, like, are not my cup of tea. I read Pucking Sweet. I thought it was better than the previous two in the series. Well, that's interesting. I've heard those books are also good, so that's good to know that the third one is really good. Let's see. Maybe I'll put average rating in here. Okay, that's probably good. Okay, you enjoyed it. That's awesome. I'm glad you liked it. Is that, like, is thrillers your type of genre normally, or is it more for, like, spooky season vibes? Okay, let's see here. What do I want to add in here? I usually have a lot more books that I've read, so I feel like I usually have a lot more to put in. But I am struggling this month. Okay, so it's not normally your thing, but you had some suspense, but not scary or gory. Okay, interesting. I like mystery, and, like, I like a little bit of suspense, but anything that's, like, things that, like, could honestly happen to me, that freaks me out, and I get too in my head. You had a love-hate relationship with the first two, like, it's bad, but also highly entertaining. Honestly, sometimes those books that are just so horrible that it's entertaining is so true. Like, honestly, it's like some trash TV shows that I watch. It's like my husband's like, "Why do you even like this?" And I'm like, "To be honest, I don't know, but I do. I just love all that stuff." Okay. I feel like I need something in here. But what? But what? See, this is this, and I don't want it to be the same. I don't know what it needs. A little bit spooky. Okay, that's good to know. You think I'd be okay? Okay, that's good to know. Like, I'm all good with, I think I read more fantasy in the terms of, things that are, like, battle scenes and gory and, like, hard to watch or whatever are very fictional, and, like, they are so out there because there's, like, dragons and princesses and princes and all these, like, fantastical things that I don't think about it as in terms of being scary, because they're things that cannot happen. But when they're, like, people breaking into your house or stuff like that, no, cannot do that. That's terrifying to me. Okay, let's cut that off. Okay, I think I am done for October. Oh, September was just so good. Like, such a good one. But I liked how October came out. I just need to fill it out. November, I have my stats page here. And then I have my November reads, which I feel like is too bare. Like, what should I add? I feel like you guys need to give me ideas of what to add here. I need to do something else on this page. I think it just looks too bare. Like, what did I do on previous ones where I didn't read very much? Just put more deco. Maybe that's what I need. I need to print another deco sheet and just like put more on. And then I have this page where I have the 2 other books that I read that weren't in book club, and then I have Bride and I have Mate, and I'm going to be filling in these sections with some quotes, and then filling in these as well. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm sorry I was very scatterbrained today. I feel like I kind of talked in circles, and I apologize for that. I will definitely next month have a lot more of a scheduled, like more of a planned out book club like outline for me to pay attention to and focus on. So I apologize. Thank you guys so much for staying with me, and I hope that you guys loved this month's books. Next month we are reading Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake, and I will be putting that on our book club app as soon as I am off of the live here. And yeah, then you guys can do the book. I'm so glad you had fun. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I was so scatterbrained, but I hope that you still enjoyed it anyways. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys another time. Bye, guys.